Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to today's video. So in this video, we are going to show you how you can format large numbers such as millions, in the shorter format without affecting its value. So in this case, we're going to format this millions of numbers into a format like 5.9 million and with an M, for example, and stick with the original value, of the cell. So for this, we have to use what we call format codes. So format codes are a way to send a command to the formatting of Excel, and Excel will execute this format. So we'll highlight the values that we want to be formatted in such a way. And then once we've highlighted them, we then right click on the cells and then choose format cells. So once you have the format cells pop up, you will now see the usual options of changing the format of each of the values. And what we're going to do is not by number, but rather we're going to use the custom format. So the custom format is where you can bring in format codes. There are actually already default format codes here. This is what they look like. But we need to create something special for our case. So for that, we will have to click here. There's a space here that you can actually type something on. This is something honestly that I did not like in Excel. It says your type, and sometimes it gets confusing, like type as in a kind of, but it's actually a verb. Type meaning you have to type something here. So many people actually don't touch this area. You can actually delete whatever was written there, and you would notice that you're now ready to type in a code. And take note that there's also a sample that you can see right here above. So as we type, you can see what's going to happen in the report, in the data. So let's have the technique on how to do this. So I'm going to bring in two commas, and this two commas would signify the place values of the numbers. So for those who are for those who are not familiar with format codes, so format codes or decimal places, what we are talking about there is that when you have a large number, you actually have what we call place values. And let's say I have this number here. We have the millions place, we have the thousands place, and you have the hundreds place. And you would notice how this is different from your typical millions because it has a th at the end. So this is in the millions place, thousands place, and the hundreds place. So I'm going to prepare here in the notepad the format code so that you would know how these things work. So I place two commas signifying that I'm actually waiting for something in the millions place, in the thousands place, and in the hundreds place. So in this case, I'm going to remove them. And I'm going to say that in the millions place, I want the number and I want one decimal with that. So in the millions place, I have a number and a one decimal value. And then for the thousands place, I will not put anything there. And then on the hundreds place as well, I'm not going to put anything there. So what will happen is I will only have the value in the millions place, which is 100,000, showing up as a one decimal number. So from here, I will then add the letter M, in the code. And I have to put quotes because this is text that we're dealing with. So I'm going to copy this code and put it in my Excel. So again, I'll right click, format cells, choose custom, and then in the custom, you have to change the general word or whatever is there into the format code that we want. And you could see that we have here the value, sample that we have, the pound sign dot zero, showing up as a number dot value as well. And take note that a rounding of digits happened, in the 5.9 value, it became 6. So if you don't want the rounding to happen, then you can simply use two decimal places like this. Unfortunately, as you could see, it will always round off the zero, the 5.9 into 6. So if I put two pound sign, it means that it would not round off. So another technique is you have to put two zeros as well. Is this the same result? as what we have here, putting pound sign and zeros, especially when dealing with decimal places. So either of the two will work. But I will keep the two commas to indicate that there has to be a thousands here, and then there has to be a hundreds place here. And from here, I could now click OK, and my cells would now be formatted, okay, with the decimals, number decimal, and then with the letter M for millions. And take note that it doesn't change the actual value. If you look at the formula bar, it still shows up as the actual value. So if you add them or if you process them, you will still get the same value. Take note that it's the same technique if you have like thousands of numbers or not millions. So let's demonstrate that. So let's say I have here, oops, the cells are already pre-formatted. Let me start a new sheet here. So let's say that I have some thousands of numbers or thousand digit numbers, 5 digits. Then how will they look like, okay, if I want them to be formatted with the letter K instead? So for that, I will highlight the cells here and then right click again, then choose Format Cells. And then for Format Cells, I would go to Custom and then again change the type. So I'm going to remove the general there. And this time, since I only have thousands, I only need one comma to signify that I have two possible place values, that is the thousands and the hundreds only. And on the left of that comma is the thousands. I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to put a pound sign to signify the number, but I want two decimals with it, or just one if you like in this case. And then I will not put anything after the comma, and then I'm now going to put K to signify thousand, which is especially common if you're in English version. So click OK, and you now have the thousands version. So I hope with this example, you will see how to manipulate the format code in such a way that you will determine the place values, okay, and then and for each of the place values, you have to signify how to format the millions place, the thousands place, and the hundreds place. Now that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you in solving this problem. If you have any questions, feel free to use the comment section. And we would also appreciate a like and subscribe with the channel. It really helps us keep going on with this video. And for now, that's it. And I will see you in the next video.